This is SWX on Montana Right Now.
Hello and welcome back for sports. Well, on Saturday, Montana State men wrapped up the regular season with a tight loss in Northern Colorado on Senior Day. Of course, every game matters at the end of the season, but regardless of the outcome, Montana State already knew they were locked in as the 5 seed in the Big Sky tournament. The Bobcats will face the Portland State Vikings in Boise this upcoming week, and with that in mind, Amin Adumu did not play while nursing an injury, and other key players like Frey were able to take a breath as needed. Following the 75-61 loss, head coach Danny Sprinkle said it's not necessarily a bad thing to lose now. He says the team may have a different edge riding on their shoulders when they get to the tournament. However, they also know there's plenty of work to be done before the time comes.
We got to get better in some areas, and we got to keep improving. And then there's even stuff I told them, like, there was stuff we improved on today. I know it hurts because we got beat, but there's some things that we got better at. Now, there's some things that we regressed at. We got to clean up, and with 40 minutes left in the season, we can't have a meeting at 4:30 on Thursday saying, "Oh, wish we'd have boxed out."
Meanwhile, in Missoula, the Griz men also had their senior night spoiled by the visitor. The evening started in positive spirits as Montana honored their seniors, and the Griz built up a double-digit lead. The top storyline of the night, Saeed Pridgett moved into 4th place on the school's all-time scoring list behind his 27-point performance. Then the Griz would go cold. Southern Utah stormed back and eventually would take the win in overtime, 85-80. Montana now will head to next week's Big Sky tournament as the 3 seed, where they await either Northern Arizona or Idaho State. And it was a big day in high school hoops with multiple divisional championship games held in the 4 corners of the state. In Billings, it was a crosstown matchup for the Eastern AA boys title. West and Skyview battled it out in front of a packed house at Alterowitz Gym, and they would put on a show for the fans. Skyview had lost both meetings with West during the regular season, but they'd win it when it mattered the most. The Falcons defeated the Bears 54-48 in overtime, snapping a 17-game winning streak for West High. Logan Meyer led the way for the Bears behind some hot shooting from beyond the arc, and he would finish with 19. Julius Mims led the way for the Falcons with 14. Skyview is now the 1 seed and will face Butte on Thursday. 2nd-seeded West will take on Missoula Sentinel. To the girls' matchup now in Missoula, the Capital Bruins won the Class AA Western Divisional Tournament 43-28. After the Spartans gave the Bruins a run for their money in the first half, Capital turned it on in the second and held Sentinel to just 10 second-half points. Paige Barsh led the way with over 20 on the night, and talking with head coach Katie Garson-Forba and Barsh after the game, they say this win felt better than years past.
So great. We won it last year, but I felt like this one meant more to me because, I don't know, we've worked really hard to get to this point, and we've been more successful this season, so it feels really good.
I think it's great momentum for us. The girls knew that it was going to be hard to come here to Sentinel and beat them on their home court. They didn't panic when they went on runs, which I think is huge, and they executed and got looks when we needed to down the stretch to get a little run going.
All right, let's check in on Class B now. For the girls, the Colship Phillies shocked 2nd-seeded Big Timber to take the 1 seed with a 45-38 win. As for the guys, Lodgegrass faced the upset-minded Three Forks Wolves, but there would be no upset in this one. The Indians never trailed in the divisional title game, using a strong 4th quarter to put the Wolves away for good, 73-50. Lodgegrass forced 27 turnovers, and Damon Grovon had 19 points. Indians head coach Josh Stewart says the LG faithful showed out. The team checked another goal off their list, and now the Indians are slated to face Shelby on Thursday at State. That's not bad for a first-year coach and young sophomore superstar Damon Grovon, who decided at the beginning of the year LG's time is now.
I just said, Damon, I want to build trust with you, and I want you to trust me, and I want you to know that if you do this right, you and your brothers here, if we buy into this system, we can go places. Not in 2 years, not next year, like people say. If we work hard, we can do it this year, and we're almost there.
As for the Northern B Girls Championship in Shelby, it was the host school Shelby hosting Malta, and in the first quarter it was Malta who started out strong with some good ball movement and lights out shooting from 3. In the second quarter, Shelby did lead by 3, but the Mustangs were able to steal the lead on a goofy bounce around play, and from there Malta would never look back. The Mustangs outscore Shelby 27-12 in the third quarter, and they win the Northern B Chipper 47-38. Here's Coach Nate Hammond after the win.
We're just so proud of the kids. We've had a really tough schedule, We've been playing a lot of tough teams throughout the year and lost a lot of games, and I think it helped us a ton when we got to this tournament.
Finally, let's check in on our rim protectors in the SWX block of the week.
The SWX Hit of the Week on Color 8 is brought to you by American Auto Body.
Huntley Project and Three Forks, Ryland DeVries on the drive, but soaring in, that's Austin Allen. Here it is again. Allen goes vertical, snatches it right out of the sky for the Wolves as Three Forks upsets the top-seeded Red Devils and advances to state as a 2 seed. Well, that's your check on sports. We'll be right back with a final look at your weather after this.